And hello, welcome to solo playthroughs. I'm fearing technological disaster today. so uh you might notice that the quality looks a lot better because I am on the hey, what's up, Zach? So I'll give some shout outs to people who are already making some comments. I got some dabbing going on, which I didn't know that was an emoji until right this very second. But look, I am actually using a 4K camera. Now, I'm not streaming in 4K because anyone might know that is an insane endeavor that I'm not sure my computer and my internet connection could handle. However, having a nicer camera, I think you can agree that this is an upgrade, and obviously my ugly mug, you can just see how much uglier it is in a high resolution than when I was using my integrated computer camera. So I'm very excited about the changes. Should definitely give a shout out to my patrons for making those changes more feasible and doable. So it's been a journey, and we're going to continue to try to improve things as we go forward. And I will, if there is a need for like a 5 minute tech break if something is not exactly right, please just bear with me. Hey, Daniel's going to be missing this. Oh, man. Well, you'll have some watching later, Daniel. Brian Sanderson has Money with Wings, I think. Shot Nick, Cam Yar, and Brian Sanderson. All right. Hello to everyone. Thank you for joining at the time at 3 o'clock sharp. I appreciate it. We should have some more people filtering in. You will notice that I am go BDSM. Yes. Daniel says, "Go BDSM lady. Good luck." Yeah, she her outfit leaves a little bit to be desired by 2021 standards. It is what it is. Hopefully, we can get new minis when we get a new Bravelar mini. So I think that would be in everyone's best interest at this point. So look, Dungeon Lords. This is my second attempt at Dungeon Lords. I'm sorry Daniel's going to be leaving because I'm sure he would love to torture me with the result I had the first time when I ran into a Manticore at a very unfortunate moment in that playthrough. Dungeon Lords is very cool. No focus at all on units. It is all about getting artifacts, getting spells, and conquering the dungeons. There are not only the dungeons that are printed on the terrain tiles. I should also be talking about the tombs. You have to conquer all tombs and dungeons. They are guarded by various monsters. But there are hidden tombs next to every monastery, and there are hidden dungeons next to every village, and we need to conquer all of them. In total, you're going to be conquering somewhere between 8 and 10 if you are going to succeed, and you have to do that in 5 rounds. So, math majors out there can tell me that's about 2 per round. But now the last Daniel says the last one went fine. Yeah, it went totally fine. So look, I have all 14 of the countryside tiles, so I am going to shuffle in the ones from Lost Legion. One of the tiles has a monastery that when you put these hidden dungeons and hidden monasteries, or hidden dungeons and hidden tombs, they can't be on any, they need to be on empty spots, right? So there can't be another adventure site, there can't be a keep, there can't be a magical glade, and they also can't go on swamps and on lakes because all the dungeons are connected by a series of underground tunnels, right? So thematically, it wouldn't make any sense to have a dungeon or a tomb on a lake or a swamp. There is one of these tiles that it's not. It's like number 12, I think. That it's you might not be able to place a hidden tomb. So if I pull that tile in the middle of gameplay, I'll just replace it with another countryside tile instead of. I just think that makes more sense for me. So I do have all of the tiles in here. And I just need 7 in a solo game. Now, Daniel, before he leaves, mentioned in a comment on the last one that as you get good at this scenario, one of the things you could do to make it harder is just add an additional countryside tile, and that does make a lot of sense to me. I basically, well, Arythea is also super strong. I mean, she's mad at me that she was number 2 instead of number 1 in my ranking video, but she's super strong, and I just absolutely destroyed my last tune up before I came here, and basically had a round and a half left. And was like, I'm done. What do I do now? So I'll tell you what I didn't do is I didn't score it. But that's fine. One day I'll get there, kids. So I rolled a 5, and so I'll arrange those two there. Notice there it's always the blue city. The blue city is friendly, so I will put a shield on that, and if we are adjacent to it, we will get an extra card draw. And it's always the countryside, the core, the non-city core tile that has the tomb on it, right? So those when you're playing true solo in this game, in a scenario of Dungeon Lords, you don't really have to worry about the core tiles at all. It's always those 2 tiles, and then on top of that, we add the 7 countryside tiles, and that is our terrain deck. So it is a wedge map. I will go ahead and set the first 2 here. We are starting off with number 12 right off the bat to prove my point. Look, oh wait, actually, I can find a place for that. Cool. So we'll leave that in just for kicks. It's going to make that, oh, this is going to be a hard place. Actually, I don't have a legal spot for that. So you can have that secret tomb be in an adjacent spot. But again, I can't put a secret tomb there. I can't put a secret tomb there because that's a swamp. So I am just going to replace this against number 12. And that would have been super hard setup anyway with 2 secret tombs right off the bat. And then we're going to replace that with the one of the countryside tiles I set aside. And here we go. It's just number 1, which is good because it actually is still going to give us a secret a dungeon that we have to go into. We're just trading out a secret dungeon for a secret tomb. So really interesting first 2 tiles is we're going to have a secret tomb next to the monastery. We're going to have a secret dungeon next to the village, and then we already have a dungeon. So a lot to do, and we're going to want to hit the ground running really quick here if we have a chance to make this happen. So I'm going to shuffle up Arythea's deck. I'll get those monsters laid out on the terrain soon. Yeah, James Sievert says that's a tall order. Yeah, that was that was a really I mean, tile 12, I mean, I'm tempted just to take it out. I've yet to have a place where it came up, organically, where I would have had a place to actually put the secret tomb. But, I think it just makes more sense just to leave it in. And, if I can make it work one time, then great. And, at this point, that day is just not today. So I'm going to shuffle up the units. I will cycle the units. It's kind of a waste of both of our time, but I'll just do it for the sake of, being thorough. But really, the only unit I would really consider recruiting is that if I have the right cards, I might just get the peasants or I might get the foresters in a village, because the good thing about doing either of those is that you can basically set yourself up to have extra movement, and the extra movement can come in huge in the last 2 rounds. Now, last year, why do I say the last 2 rounds? Look, there's a good chance I'm not going to take on that tomb early. I might, I probably won't, because it just depends on what my first couple artifacts are going to be and stuff like that. So there's a chance I'm going to leave that tomb, go up, take care of everything else, and then come back. How would I get back? Well, wherever there's a tomb or a dungeon that's conquered, you can spend 2 points of movement to enter into that, and then you can spend 1 point of movement for each hex you go through to go to any other conquered tomb or dungeon. So it's a pretty cool mechanic. And you just also have to make sure that you have a path that doesn't require you to go through lakes or swamps. So that's not always the easiest thing, but it is one way to traverse a large amount of territory pretty quickly in a way that's really helpful. Let me roll these 3 dice. Whoop, that one just got away. Slippery little sucker. All right, I rolled a blue, a white, and a red. So a nice source to start the game. Our initial unit offer is going to be scouts. More scouts. More scouts. Oh, foresters. They could be really, really helpful in this scenario. So I was thinking about doing this dungeon first. I might try to do this dungeon, this secret dungeon first, go to this village, recruit the scouts or the foresters, and then we'll see where we're at. And then I'll have a hidden tomb. I'll put that over here. So maybe I can work my way this way. That's going to be tough. There's a It's not the most ideal setup, that is for sure. But good, Arythea is up to the challenge. She's got to prove herself. All right, we're going to put this orc face up. We got the skirmishers. They have an attack of 1. They have 2 attacks of 1, I should say. They give you 2 fame as a reward when you defeat them. They have armor of 4. These orcs are face up. These are the catapults. They are physically resistant. They are fortified. They have 2 armor, but they're also cumbersome, so they're 7 attack. You can cut into that by spending movement. We have to put the secret dungeon here. So whenever there's a secret dungeon, you're just going to put a monster face down. That's going to go there. And we have a secret tomb. Whenever there's a secret tomb, you put that face down as well. Now, oh, wait. I think I messed up setup. Shoot. Did I mess up setup? I think I messed up setup. You can't. No. Let me make sure. Yeah, so let me make sure there's not a tomb here, because when you take away tiles, not the secret tombs, but not a tomb. Make sure there's not a dungeon here. When you take away tiles, you can't take away any tiles that actually have a dungeon on them. So, and I'm not talking about the secret dungeons, and I'm not good enough to memorize all this. So, if there's a dungeon here, I'm just gonna cycle it in. No, the dungeon, the actual dungeon is already in my countryside terrain deck, so that's fine. It's just one little nuance I almost forgot. So again, to be clear, when you're setting up the countryside tile deck, when you take you got to make sure that as part of the 7 tiles you have, that you have there's only 2 countryside tiles that actually have a printed dungeon on it. You got to make sure that they're in the 7 tiles. So I'm good. I got lucky and it just happened to be right. Anyway, I'm going to put Arythea there. We're going to set up the advanced action deck. Aman Parik. Sorry if I'm butchering the last name. Aman says hello with a wave. I appreciate that. Hope everyone's having a fine day in the midst of this heat wave. I kid you not. I am not made for summer. I am made for winter. One of my favorite things in the world is when my beer gets some little icicles on it. So it's hard to do that in the weather we've been having lately. That is for sure. So the advanced action offer to start the game is we have Ritual Attack, Power of Crystals, and Spellforge. Really like Ritual Attack actually. I think one of the, and this is another tip I think that came from Daniel as well in the first playthrough of this, that cards that allow you to throw away other cards are actually they gain a lot more value in Dungeon Lords because your deck gets really thick with artifacts and spells, and sometimes when you have a really thick deck, it's really hard to get through it all in a way that's most strategic. So when you have something like Ritual Attack that allows you to kind of thin your deck, especially of like influence cards that you're not really using in a scenario like this, it can be really big. So we got Charm, we got Burning Shield, and Snowstorm. Oh, give me some Snowstorm. Snowstorm is great. Snowstorm or the equivalent one, the red spell, that range, that Siege Attack 8 that you can use against the Draconum Summoner. Ooh, game changer, man. They can really. Two kinds of enemies I don't want to see in this scenario. One is Manticores from the dungeons, and two is the Draconum Summoners from the tombs. That is for sure. Yeah, James, nothing like a frozen beard. I agree. It's just fun. Anyway. Alright, I'm going to shuffle up the artifact deck. I got my wounds. I have this die here so we can determine what our reward is for the dungeons. Remember, when you successfully defeat a dungeon, whether it is a printed dungeon or whether it is a hidden dungeon, you are just going to roll a die. If it is black or gold, you will get a spell from the spell offer. If it is any of the basic colors, you will get a artifact. So math majors out there, 2/3 of the times you're getting an artifact in the long run, and 1/3 of the time you'll be getting a spell. I'm shuffling up these skills. Remember, there is a discoloration issue with the cooperative skill, so I have that off to the side, and if I pull the competitive one out of the skill deck when I level up, I'll just replace it with the cooperative one. I probably won't take that skill anyway, but it is a thing to do. And then we're just going to need to get our dummy player. So off to the left, or right, it's like left, it's just different. I have Bravelar, I got Wolfhawk, Goldix, Tovak, Norwas, and Krang. I rolled a 2. Ugh, okay, man. Stretching is hard. All right, we got Wolfhawk as our dummy player. Wolfhawk's going to start with 2 whites and a blue. And that's fine. Put that down there. We just need to get her skills. We need to get her beautiful self, and then the round order token as well. I think the co-op skill. Right, that is a competitive skill. So we're good to go with that. I'll shuffle these up. And put this over here. Oh, sorry. So I meant to say before, so yeah, we are flying solo today in a true sense. Again, the earlier start time is a little harder for Mrs. playthroughs and for Steve as my alternate to make it, but it's fine. But I will pop in and look at the chat every once in a while. There is a 25-second delay, so anything you're seeing happened 25 seconds in the past, but if I'm making a mistake or whatever, usually I can, fix that pretty easily, and it works out pretty well. Michael Preston just popped in. Looks amazing. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's it's been a long time to get here, and it's cool. It's very cool. So I'm excited about the possibilities. Again, I'm only streaming at 1080p still, but the better camera really makes a difference, and I'm excited with the some of the possibilities with my recorded videos and what I can do with this thing. But I am not the most tech savvy, so learning all these settings has definitely been like drinking out of a fire hydrant the last few days. But I've had some significant help from some people, and I really appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna move this down here because honestly, who's gonna need the units? So hopefully we can fit all of this without having to deconstruct our countryside of Atlantis as we go. I'm gonna draw my opening hand. Here we go. We got battle versatility. Always great. Get that fire attack early. We got some swiftness. We got some determination. We got concentration. That is a beautiful combo. And then we have some stamina. All right, let me take planning. I'm going to roll for Wolfhawk. Wolfhawk rolled a 2, and that comes out of the game. So remember, so this is base game. You're going only 3 units in the unit offer, only 3 dice in the source, and you're taking out whatever the dummy player takes. So we're going to go through all 6 of the day tactics through the course of this game, and we're going to go through 4 of the 6 night tactics. And why only 4 of the 6? Again, it's only a 5-round game. There are 2 nights. That is it. So Wolfhawk is going first, and Wolfhawk is going to peel off 3 cards. We get a red card, we have a tirelessness, and we have a determination. There is 1 blue crystal in Wolfhawk's inventory, and that will go there. My turn. So now I should figure out what the heck I'm doing. I could have put this tomb. I could have put this tomb in a few different places. I think it still makes the most sense here. I think I go to this dungeon, try to siege it, maybe pillage the village. If I can get that tomb done on the first day, that'd be nice. But that's really going to depend on whatever that first artifact is I get, assuming I get an artifact. So let me get into this dungeon. I'm going to power stamina with the blue die from the source, and that gives me move 4. I don't have a green, which isn't great, but concentration can do some things. I think that makes the most sense. The other argument is to go all the way and then I pillage that village, and then I can get a bunch of cards, which would really set me up well to take care of that dungeon. If I had a green, I would feel a lot better about life. Most of the monsters I could take out pretty easily. But that's fine. Yeah, let me do that. Let me go to that village. Let me pillage it. I can just move back to 2 and then take care of that dungeon on the next turn. So I'm going to re-roll the blue. It is now gold. Now gold is great. It's actually not. Remember, dungeon rules apply. So I cannot use gold mana when I'm doing anything in the dungeon. So that gold is kind of just wasted. Just pretty gross. So I'm going to draw to my hand limit, which is 5. Planning triggers. Ooh, I might take the foresters. Yeah, why not? Planning triggers, so I get up to 6, and then I'm going to pillage the village, so -1 reputation, and I get 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. That is correct. Wolfhawk gets a red, and a blue. 1 more coming off, so she's gone through half of her deck. My turn. Yeah, I think I take the foresters. I just think it makes too much sense not to. Improvisation. Yeah, I'm going to play Threaten. Well, do I want to. A lot of cards here. Thinking about, do I want to use this movement card and just kind of explore? But I think I'll just play 1 card. I'm going to pillage the village. I'm getting through my deck pretty quick anyway, so that's fine. So I'm going to use the gold because I can't use it in the dungeon, so I might as well save that red. I'm going to get the stronger effect of Threaten, which is Influence 5. I'm going to recruit myself the Foresters. I will not be recruiting another unit this game, almost guaranteed. And I'm going to lose 1 reputation because I use a stronger effect of Threaten. I'm going to roll that. It is red. It's much more useful than the gold. And then I'm going to pillage the village again, so I'm already at -1. And I get myself a rage and a mana pull. So that's a strong hand. Planning obviously doesn't trigger because it's 1 higher than my hand limit. And, well, I already have like 13 cards in my hand. So Wolfhawk is a white, it's a white, it's a blue. So she had 3 blues in a row. So she's gone through 12 cards. She has 4 left. Do I ever, Zach asked me if I ever don't pillage the village. Sometimes I think there's one playthrough I didn't do it once. And John Alderson, John Alderson says, "Woohoo! Catching a live stream. Looks like we just started. We did just start because I was yammering away like I am known to do." So let me do this. I'm gonna use this move 2 from the Foresters to get myself to the dungeon. And we're going to enter this dungeon. What do we have? It is the Gargoyle. All right, that's fine. So I'm going to get myself blue. So Gargoyle has an attack of 5. It's 4 fame when we defeat it. It has an armor of 4. However, it is physically resistant, which is a wee bit unfortunate. So I'm going to block it. I'm going to play concentration and get a blue. I don't want the blue. Definitely want to block that 5. Oh, I could do the mana pull. That's smarter. Yeah, I'm going to play mana pull. I'm going to power it with the white. It's going to get me... So when you play the stronger effect of mana pull, it's different than mana draw. I take both of these dice, I set them to whatever color I want. So I'm going to set 1 to blue. And I'm going to set 1 to... Waste that fire attack. Yeah, I think I need the fire attack. I'm going to set 1 to red. Or green. And we are going to get a blue and a green mana. Alright, I'm going to use the blue to power determination for the block 5, so the Gargoyle is blocked, and then I'm going to play the the green to power concentration to get the stronger effect of battle versatility, and that's going to give me fire attack 5, which is enough to take out the Gargoyle. No reputation change. I do get 4 fame. That goes away. These 2 dice do not get re-rolled. I'm going to re-roll the white die. It is now gold. These go away. These go away. And that's fine. So now I've conquered this hidden dungeon. I need to get myself the reward. I'm going to roll this die to determine what my reward is. Ooh, premature, Greg. I get a spell. Okay, well, I will get the snow... Burning Shield, Snowstorm. Yeah, I'll get Snowstorm for a ranged attack 5. That replaces, it's now Whirlwind. And now I do my level up. So with the level up, I look at the first 2 skills on my deck. Motivation, I think, is the winner. So I'm going to take that. That one goes out. And then we get, for one of Wolfhawk's skills, it's an influence skill. Thank you for being utterly useless. Also going to get an advanced action. And yeah, I think I take Ritual Attack, although I'm not thrilled about giving power crystals to Wolfhawk. But I think Ritual Attack is just too good for what I'm trying to do here, especially because I get the red mana from that. So that will be fine. And we're good to go there. So now I draw out to my hand limit, which is 5. Planning triggers, I get a 6th card. I think I'm going to try to take on that tomb. So I'm going to get a red mana from that. I'm going to get a blue. I have a blue in the source, so I got some really interesting possibilities to try to take out a dungeon on this first day. So or a tomb on this first day. We'll see. Wolfhawk's going to go. 1, 2, and 3. It is green, so no more cards coming off for Wolfhawk. My turn. I'm going to... A lot of... Well, I have enough turns here, so I'm going to use the green, or the gold from the source to move 4. I am going to give myself one more turn to really deal with this, so I'm going to now re-roll this. That's a black, which is actually pretty good, because remember you can use black in the dungeon during the day, although might not work with the cards I have access to. I'm going to draw one more card because of planning. So I have 6 cards in my hand. I'm going to use a motivation to get 2 more cards and a red mana that I can use on my next turn. Wolfhawk. Wolfhawk's going to declare end of round on the next turn. I'm going to enter the tomb because why not? So what do we get? Oh, it is a Draconum Summoner on day 1. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, Draconum Summoner, how are you feeling? What can I do? What can I do? I can do. I think I can actually take care of this dude. So I'm gonna play rain. The snowstorm. Give me a rain. Now again, night rules apply. So if I could use 2 dice from the source, that'd be huge because then I would be able to do a siege ice attack and take that dude out. But I got a range ice attack 5. So again, physically resistant, arcane immune. So it's immune to the non-attack, non-block effects of anything, of any spells, any advanced actions, any skills, whatever. But it is not immune to the attack effects, right? But it is physically resistant. So can I get 3 more uh, points of elemental attack? Yes. So I can play ritual attack. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm going to power with the red I got because of my motivation skill and throw away an action card. I'm going to throw away promise. Depending on the color you throw away, for white, I get a ranged fire attack 4 for white. That gives me a ranged elemental attack of 9, which is enough to defeat the summoner without a problem, which is ridiculous. I get 9 fame. I go from 4 to 13. I've liberated a tomb. So I already put the shield there. That's right. I'm going to have to end of my turn. I'm going to roll. Yeah, I'm going to roll a die. It's blue. I'm going to get both a spell and an artifact, and I still have planning, and I have 2 cards there. So I'm going to drop. Probably not. I mean, it's crazy enough. I could almost take off that dungeon too, right? Just kind of nuts. I'm going to drop. Wow. And I'm going to level up as well, so I get another command token. I'm going to drop those 2 cards. Improvisation is just really card intensive right now in a way that I don't love. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to deal with that. Maybe I don't drop improvisation. I'm going to drop. I don't have access to a white, so I'm going to drop swiftness, which I think makes sense. And now we do my reward. So I defeated the tomb, so I'm going to get either. I don't have access to a red, don't have access to a white. This is all bad. Sure, I will take Whirlwind or Burning Shield's intriguing. Shield's very intriguing. I still just don't have a red, which is unfortunate. I already have a red spell. I'll take Whirlwind. Could be really nice. Oh, there's Fireball. And then I also get a artifact. Again, when you defeat a tomb, you get an artifact and a spell. Ooh. The Bow of Stars Dawn is super interesting. But the Circulator Proficiency could also be interesting. But I will take the Bow of Stars Dawn. That goes there. And I already did my level up and taking another command token. So I draw to my hand limit, which is 5. I draw 1 more because of planning. That's 6. So I just never got to 1 card there. Do I have... Yeah, I still have 1 movement card. We'll see. Planning can go away. Yeah, because I'm not going to have another turn. Wolfhawk declares end of round. I have 1 more turn. I can get myself a ranged attack of an 8, which is pretty sick. Get myself a white. I can make it not attack. Oh, it's almost worth it. All right, I'm going to move in, and I think we're going to risk it because I have some really good possibilities here. So I'm going to get myself an enemy. Checking up on the checking up on the comments here. Can't catch a break with Wolfhawk. I need to start pillaging more. Yes. Don't be reluctant to pillage either James or Amon. Sacrilege and then nice foresight there with the advanced action. Yeah, that was a really nice combo. Might get 3 of these in 1 turn. Let's see what do we got. It is not a Manticore. Oh, that's nice. So it's only 6 attack and it's not. Oh, this is ridiculous. And it's not fortified? Great. So I'm going to play the Bow of Stars on. I'm going to discard any amount of cards in my hand. I get range attack 2 for each one. That defeats the Hydra. And then I also have crystallized. I'll power this with the blue and get myself a red. Technically, that's not after the battle. I mean, or I could do it during the battle too. It doesn't matter. But I'm just going to get a red in there. So again, range attack 6 defeats the Hydra. I get myself 5 fame. That goes from 13 to 18. That goes there. That's just a regular dungeon, but we still get the same reward. So I'm going to get a reward and a level up. That re-rolls, clean up my play area. I'm going to roll this to determine what my reward is. It is a artifact. I will take the Horn of Wrath. I mean, this is just an absolute cheat code. The bow of stars on the Horn of Wrath in the first day is ridiculous. Now I do my level up. This goes here. I will take, I don't know how many wounds I'm going to have, so I'm not worried about that right now. I'll take this. It is called the Burning Power, so it gives me one one siege attack, either physical or fire, and we are going to get one more Wolfhawk skills, and that's fine. We're probably not touching either of those. And now I also get an advanced action. I think I take the Power of Crystals. Temporal Portal is also really nice, though. Yeah, the blue-green is not that bad. They only have the one blue. And it looks like the spell offer is not giving them a lot more blue or green anyway. So I'll take Temporal Portal. I really like that movement card. And that will go there. I draw to my hand limit. A Steady Tempo is the new card in the advanced action offer. Oh. That should have had an advanced action there. Should have been Spellforge. Right, because I took 2. Yeah, that should be there. So we have 1 card in the unit offer because of that monastery. So then we have Steady Tempo, and now we have Intimidate. Awesome. Wolfhawk already declared end of round, so I'm going to shuffle my D deck and get ready for the next round. Yeah, what a great first round. It's ridiculous. Yeah, this can be a very swingy scenario. I mean, sometimes it's super, super hard, and sometimes it's like, oh, I just got 9 elemental siege attack, and killed a Draconum Summoner with nary a sweat. So that was pretty sick. Alright, I'm going to put my D deck here. We're going to reset my motivation skill. I'm going to take Power Crystals, put this in Wolfhawk's D deck. These come down. I'm going to get a new advanced action in the unit offer. It is Blood Ritual. We get a new advanced action in the advanced action offer. It is Swift Bolt. Again, 1 there. I'm going to replace the regular units. We have Illusionists, we have Thugs, and we have Illusionists. We're going to set the source. Bam. It is a green. It's a gold and a black, so that's not 50% basic. And I rolled a green and a white. We're going to shuffle this. We put another white in Wolfhawk's inventory, so it gives us a little bit to worry about because that's a lot of whites. And the new spell is Meditation. But honestly, with Burning Shield and Fireball, I don't think I'll be taking Meditation anytime soon. Just call me crazy, kids. Call me crazy. So, shuffle this. And now we draw to our hand limit. Hand limit is 5. Get 1. So we got Snowstorm, Stamina, Swiftness, Crystallize, and the Bow of Starsdawn. Remember, this range attack is going to be all that helpful because it requires a siege attack to defeat this dude. Plus, it's well, with the foresters, it would only be 4 movement to there. But we'll see what I want to do about that. I'm going to take. Do I want to take? I mean, I might take Preparation. I mean, part of me is wondering if I should just go this way and then kind of develop the map this way, because it might be quicker. But 4 move there, 6 move there. Now I'll probably go to the Magical Glade. It's fine. That's fine. So do I want to take Preparation, and then I could get the card where I can just throw things away? Yeah, I'll take Preparation. Wolfhawk's going to take Sparing Power. And that's fine. So I'm going to be first. That's the one benefit of that. And what am I going to take? Ritual attack. Yeah, I can throw away a green card, get siege attack. Yeah, I can do some things. I can do some things with that. Hopefully I have a green card in my hand that I want to get rid of. Bam. All right. I have no green cards in my hand. That's not great. Well, great. I'm first. I'm going to use my motivation skill now. Green? Nope, not green. Well, that's fine. I can still do what I need to do. And I get a red mana. I'm going to use the foresters. Yeah. So that's move 2. The cost of moving the forest is reduced. I'm going to play stamina for move 4. Again, cost of moving the forest was a 5 at night. It's now a 4. I am now in the magical glade. I will spend another stamina to do some exploring. So that's move 2. Ooh, village. So we put the village out. We're going to have a secret dungeon. Going to be right there. And we have the keep, which is going to go face down out here. Bam. I will move another 2 because I can. So I'm now in the village. Now what happens? I provoke an attack from the catapults. Fine. I'm not scared of the catapults because I'm going to play the Horn of Wrath. So the Horn of Wrath does a siege attack 5. It's physical attack. Remember, the catapults are physically resistant, but siege attack 5 is still enough to overcome that. They're fortified, but they're not double fortified, so they're still going to be attacked. So I need to roll a die. If it is a black or a red, I get a wound. It is a blue, so that's fine. Horn of Wrath successfully defeats the catapults. I get +1 to my reputation, +4 to my fame. That gets me to 22. And I'm going to use this red mana I got from motivation to power crystallize, and I get another red crystal, which is super cool. So I'm going to clean up my play area. I don't have a level up, don't get a reward. There was just a rampaging orc, and I will get 2 more cards to draw to my hand limit of 5. Oh, I also had this. That's really stupid. Yeah, lots of stupid things happening. Oh, you know, I could have just actually. I still needed the green card to throw away to get the siege attack. Yeah, I kind of wish I had tranquility or something. All right, Wolfhawk is gonna have a turn now. Wolfhawk gets a green. Wolfhawk gets a blue. Wolfhawk gets a blue. So 1 more card. So no whites came off. So it's a little concerning. Because again, 1 white card is going to equal like basically a double turn for Wolfhawk with those 3 white crystals there. My turn. I don't have a move. I don't have access to blue, so that's a thing. Can get a red. I can get range fire attack 4. I had the bow of stars dawn. Could do this. Get myself move 5. I just don't have a blue. So I'm going to discard Snowstorm because I can't power it. So it doesn't seem like there's much point there. And I have the bow of stars dawn to kind of make. That's a range attack 5 is really strong. Yeah, I'll keep my options in case I pick like mana pull. So I'm gonna do move 3 with that, and that's gonna get me into here. Oh, I could have pillaged the village. Never mind. Zach, there was almost a village. I didn't pillage. Pillaging the village for 2 more cards. Give me a move. No. Wow. Well, makes me a little bit more likely to attack this thing this turn. That is for sure. So I'm going to discard determination as move 3, and I will just attack this thing this turn because why the heck not? Yeah, I have that siege attack. I have a lot of good cards here. So what do we got? The monster is, oh, it is a fortified enemy. So range attack doesn't do anything for me. It is a crypt worm. So the crypt worm has an attack of a 6, but it also has a fortification, and it has enemy fortification, and it has an armor of a 6. I'm going to play whirlwind, power with the white from the source, so target enemy does not attack. and now I just need 6 attack. I will do that by, oh, I get +1 fame for using the bow of stars on before. I forgot to do that. And I think I want to throw away a card. Could do that. Yeah, let me try to thin this deck a little bit. Just gets too unwieldy. So I'm going to play a ritual attack. I'm going to throw away another action card. I'm throwing away a rage. Since I threw away a red, that gives me an attack 5, and then I have my skill here to give me attack 6 with that siege attack 1, and that's enough to defeat the Cryptworm. So Cryptworm is dead. I get 5 fame, gets me up to 28. I didn't use a bow of stars on, so I don't get that +1 fame this way. But I'm going to put a shield there. I'm going to put this here, re-roll this white, clean up my play area, so that became a red. I'm going to roll this die to determine what my reward is for defeating this secret dungeon. It's a green, so it's a basic color. I get another artifact. Oop, that should be face down. I don't want a banner anyway, so it's not like I'm getting any advantage. Mysterious box, no thank you. I will take the soul harvester. That's going to go there. And I do my level up, which gives me just another command token. More importantly, since I'm not using the command tokens, it's going to give me another card in my card draw. So I'm going to draw up to 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Loaded up with really strong. Zach, I knew what Zach says that he knew I would pillage. Yes, yes, he did. All right, excuse me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Did not want to cough in your ears. Wolfhawk, what are you doing? Did I put it? Yeah, I did that. Cool. Wolfhawk is going a green. It's doing a green and a white, so 3 more. So again, a double turn, effectively. We are now going to what? I'm going to play a march. I'm going to power the green from the source to get move 4. So I'm going to explore here. So we have an orc in my face. We have a red mine. We do not have a dungeon or a tomb. So that is that. So this will go face up. It is another catapult. Really? Really? Come on, dudes. Didn't we try this before? Didn't really go very well for you. I already used the ritual attack. So I'm not even going to bother defeating that catapult. It really doesn't help me at all. So I had to move 4, so I spent 2 to explore there. I'm going to spend 2 more here. I'm going to spend 2 more move to explore here. So I spent 6 move total. Explore, move, explore. That does not flip up yet because it is still night. We have a village in a hills. We have another keep. And we have a secret dungeon, which I can put right on the plains in front of me. So that's going to be a monster enemy face down, which almost assuredly will be a Manticore, because we are due. We are due for one of those ugly suckers. Got it. That is done. I have no more movement. I mean, I might be in a place where I'm starting to turn some cards sideways, though, because I need to start moving along. So I'm going to spend those 2 cards sideways. I still don't have a blue. It just doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to play that and threaten sideways. Between the Bow of Stars on and the Soul Harvester, I should be able to take care of whatever monster is there. And I just don't want to discard one of these to get into the village, even though I could pillage again. But it doesn't seem necessary. So I spent 8 points of movement total. Explore, move 2. Explore, move 2. I'm going to clean up my play area. That's a gold. Absolutely garbage. And now I draw up to my hand limit, which is 6. We get a swiftness, we get a tranquility, we get a mana pull, and we have a battle versatility. So fairly strong hand for sure. We are going to go to Wolfhawk's turn. Again, a lot of white still left in this deck, and there we go. Triple turn or double turn again. There's still 1 card there, so that's nice. I'm going to enter the thing. Do I want to draw 2 cards first? Red. Range attack. Don't have a white. Yeah, I mean, what I'm thinking about doing is I could use mana pull to get access to 2 things, and I could power tranquility to get 2 more cards. And I'm not sure. Well, with Bow of Stars on, that might be smart. I can get the elemental attack with battle versatility if I need it. Sure, I'm going to power Tranquility. Then we get 2 more cards. Again, it's a healing effect, so I can't do that if I started battle. Oh, Temporal Portal. I forgot I had that card. And now we are going to enter the dungeon. And what do we get? It's another Crypt Worm. Come on. So range attack doesn't do anything for me. But that's fine. I'm going to power. Well, let me do the math here. Do I need... That's attack 3. That would be attack. That's enough. But then I need this extra block. Yeah, I'm going to need every card here. So I'm going to play Battle Versatility, power the red from my source. Oh, wait, 3. That's block 4. Oh, even better. Yeah, I'll play... I don't have a green. There's the green I needed. All right, I'm going to play Concentration to get a red mana. That's block 4. Here's block 5 and 6. Dude is blocked, and now we go to the attack phase. I'm playing Soul Harvester for attack 3. This gives me attack 4, and then I play Boa Stars on, discard Swiftness. That gives me attack 6. So the Crypt Worm is dead. I get 5 fame. I go from 28 to 33. Boa Stars on gives me another fame, so I'm up to 34. That dude's dead, so I don't level up, but I do get a reward. So let me clean up my play area. That green goes there. I'm going to roll this die to determine whether it is a spell or an artifact. It is another basic color, so we get another artifact. The Sword of Justice, I mean, at some point, it's just insane. All right. I think the first time I played, I kept getting like banners and like mana cards and crystals, and now I'm just getting all the attack cards, and it just makes such a huge difference. So this secret dungeon is also destroyed. So I defeated 5 in 2 rounds, which is super strong. I draw it on my hand limit. I only have 1 card. Wolfhawk goes. Wolfhawk's going to declare end of round next turn. I will declare end of round this turn. Cool. Are there bears? Are there bears in this? Yes. I don't think there are bears in Mage Knight. There should be though, because they are my kryptonite for anyone who's followed any of my playthroughs. Just beats and BSG. Identity theft is not a joke, Brian. Okay. I don't really know what's going on there, but that's fine. But yeah. So things are going well. That is a kind of an understatement here. It's just kind of sick what is happening. So we know we only have 2 more countryside tiles. We know that one of them has at least 1 dungeon on there. And then remember, there are going to be effectively 3 tombs in the final 2 tiles. So it's just like, all right, how long is it going to take to defeat 3 dragons? With this deck, it might not take all that long. So we're going to put this on top of that. We get only 1 more advanced action in the unit offer, so it's Stout Resolve, great card. Into the Heat, useless card in this scenario. We have a red crystal goes to Wolfhawk's inventory because of Burning Shield. This comes off, we have Mist Form. Alright, I am going to reset the unit offer. What do we got? We have the Utum Swordsman, we have the Savage Monks, and we have the Peasants. This is going to refresh. And the new source is a red, a blue, and a white. I'm going to draw to my hand limit, which is 6. So Threaten, Concentration, March, Crystallize, Snowstorm, and Temporal Portal. Don't hate that. Gives me some decent options. Could make it a lot easier to get into there or there. And I could explore 2 from either of those locations. And Wolfhawk needs to be shuffled up. I think I take Great Start. I don't know. There's nothing else I really want to do. Yeah, why not? I don't, at this, the rate this is going, we might not have a 3rd day, so It's just kind of gross. So I'm going to go 2 more cards immediately. Gives me up to 8 cards. Oh, motivation should also refresh. Bing, bing. Wolfhawk is going to roll. Wolfhawk gets tactic number 3. So Wolfhawk is now first. All right, Wolfhawk's going to go. What do we get? It's a green. It's a white. It's a blue. One more off the top. That's fine. My turn. Yeah, it'll be fine. So I'm going to spend that for move 2. And limit is increased by 2, not 1. And I'm going to play Temporal Portal. Play as your action for this turn. You may move to an adjacent revealed space without provoking a rampage of monsters. Whether you move or not, your hand limit is 1 higher the next time you draw a card. So this is my action, which is totally fine. So that's going to go here. And so I can't do another action. I'm going to power crystallize with the blue from the source. I'm going to take a green. And then at the end of my turn, I'm going to drop threaten. All right. So these are done. Yeah, so I can't even like explore. That is my action. So it's not like I'm still in the movement phase where I can spend more movement to explore. Once I use Temporal Portal to get into that sands, so it's basically save me 5 movement, I'm done. This will reveal because it is day, so we have some gargoyles in there. I'm going to roll that. It's gold. And we draw it to my hand limit, which is 6. But remember, because I use Temporal Portal as my action, I get to draw up to 7. So 5, 6, and 7. I have just an absurd amount of attack. Wolfhawk going. It's green, it's blue, it is white. Double turn for Wolfhawk. So another white, a blue, and a green. I'm going to power march with this. I still have the forest or two. So I'm going to power march. It gives me move 4. So I'm going to explore here and here. So get all the countryside tiles off. So here, what do we get? It is a orc. Glad I did that in that order. Wow. Yeah, it's a kind of a useless tile for us right now. So we have a ironclad. We have a mage tower garrison, which is going to go face down. And we have ourselves the ruins, which will be face up because it is day. It is if you defeat a monster and a mage tower enemy, you will get a spell and 1 crystal of every color. All right, so I still have 2 more points of movement. We're gonna move, put another. We're gonna explore another tile there. So we have another hidden. So this, what? Did I not get the last dungeon? Did I mess this up again? This dungeon should be another dungeon. I'll put it here. Oh. Oh, it's this tile. Shoot. My bad. I missed it. I checked and I missed it. So we'll just put this here because we got to make sure we do all the dungeons, and actually makes things really hard because now I have a mage tower in my way. All right. Oh, but then I could have done. Fine. What we'll do is we'll do this. I'll take this tile out and replace it with this tile, and then we'll have this. Oh, that makes it really hard. That makes it really hard. So this will go here. This mage tower garrison's here, and there is no ruins. So to explain, like again, you can't take out the tiles that have the dungeons. So that tile shouldn't have been taken up into the game. So I just replaced it with this other tile, and I just made sure that we had another dungeon here. So effectively, I definitely increased the difficulty. We're gonna have to figure out a way to get back to that. So what I'll probably do is take care of this tile and then come back around and loop in for that dungeon there. So if anyone has any questions about that, put that in the chat. But I think that would make sense. I can't believe my luck. Not only finally some quality Maze Knight experience, but also the first time I managed to watch it live. Ooh, welcome. So Witcher Skeleton, welcome. Yeah, I'm trying to. One of the reasons I did move the time earlier is I know a lot of my subscribers in Europe are much. They appreciate the earlier time for sure. Well, yeah, that's fine. So again, I took out the one tile to make sure I got this tile in play. It's all random. And then I just I just basically effectively replaced those two. So this was the last one on the stack, and that is definitely the hardest arrangement. Otherwise, I was either going to only have that or that, and I figured it's probably better just to do both and kind of show, like, again, if once you get a really good deck, I mean, you can really blow through even more than the 7 countryside tiles. So I will use the foresters to move 2. And I have a lot of options here. Don't think I sit on this. I don't have a blue, but I have concentration. Yeah, let me enter the dungeon. It's a Manticore! Of course it is! So, Manticore, I'm going to play concentration to get a blue mana. I'm going to power Snowstorm for a range ice attack 5, and then I have my skill, which gives me a physical C. I'm not using the fire because the Manticore is fire immune or fire resistant, but I'm using a regular siege. That gives me a combination of range plus siege attack of a 6. That is all not fire. So the Manticore is Toast My Ghost. I get 5 fame, gets me up to 39. I'm going to clean up my play area. Roll that. It's another gold. I'm going to place this here. And I'm going to roll this to see what my reward is. Is it a spell or an artifact? I keep rolling green, so I guess we're going to keep getting artifacts. All right, Banner Protection. Or, I mean, they're both kind of unnecessary. I'll take the Banner of Courage just to re-ready the Foresters. The Banner of Protection is great if you're going to take a lot of wounds. I don't see that really happening at this point. So, and then I do my level up. So I'm going to look at the next 2 skills. I can play a wound sideways for 2, or I can polarization once a turn. I can use a mana as if it is the opposite. That could actually come in handy. Yeah, that could come in handy. I'll use that. I'm not taking enough wounds to really justify that. And then I'm going to get a card here. I will take Swift Bolt. More range attack can never be a bad thing. Done. We're going to get another one of Wilfog skills in the skill offer. Know Your Prey. Drawing out to my hand limit, which is 6, 1, and 2. Awesome. We're going to do Wolfhawk's turn. Please don't get a white. It's a white, it's a red, it's a red. One more off the top, so that's slowing down a little bit. Appreciate that. Thank you for your cooperation, Wolfie. And now I need to kill these ironclads so I can get around to that dungeon. So I have the Sword of Justice. I haven't even seen the Bow of Star Zone yet, which is hilarious. So range attack 4. Yeah, cool. So I'm going to take on the Ironclads. I'm going to power that. So the Ironclads, they have armor of 3, but they are physically resisted. They're attacking with 4, but they're brutal. So if you don't block it, it's 8 points of damage to assign. This range attack 4 is effectively going to take care of 2 of the 3 points of armor because it's a physical attack. And then I have this fire siege attack 1. That is enough to defeat the Ironclads. I get 1 reputation back. I get 4 fame. That gets me to 39 up to 43. I'm going to re-roll that. It's red. And I will not. I'll also break the Banner of Courage. I'm going to ready my Foresters to get the movement back. And the Banner of Courage is just clogging my deck otherwise. So you just do really bizarre things in this scenario because you just have so many cards. Like at some point I might just decide to break one of these things too because there's too many cards in my hand, in my deck. So 1, 2, and I'm going to play Motivation. And I'm going to get 2 more and a red mana that I can use on my next turn. Like, I barely got through my deck this turn. I mean, I still have a ton of cards there. So, Wolfhawk, it's a blue-green, a blue, and a blue. So, 1 more. So, they're declaring end of round next turn. So, I basically have 2 more turns. And we will go forward. I'm going to... So, I can use a white as a green. Don't have a white. Anyway, definitely want to move. I'm going to power Tranquility with the gold from the source to get 2 more cards. That will do. I'm going to play Improvisation. I'm going to discard whirlwind. That gives me move 5. So that's 3 points of movement, 2 more points of movement to explore. It's the blue city. Oh, that's intriguing. So I'm going to have to do is, am I still on camera here? Yeah, okay. What I'm going to have to do is take care of these tiles and then walk through the blue city to get to that dungeon. That's going to trigger an attack from that dragon, which is a little bit unfortunate. So we have a monastery there. That monastery means there's a secret tomb nearby. Since there's a monastery getting on the board, we're going to put another advanced action in the unit offer. So we have 2 there. We also have another dragon. This dragon is face up because it's not hiding in the tomb. That is a storm dragon. Nasty. We got the blue city. I put a shield on the base of that city because it's going to be a friendly city. So when we're next to it, our hand limit is increased by 1. And somehow I need to get up into there. So it's going to be 5 more points of movement to do that during the day. There's no point in being shy there. Lowest stars one's probably more important than the Sword of Justice. So we're going to do the move 5 to go there. And then I'm going to use the Foresters again. And I have move 2 from them. And we're going to put the last tile on the board. So is that off? That is off. So I'll move all this down a little bit. So we have the tomb. The tomb is a tomb. The tomb is a tomb. Tune to the solo playthroughs for all the hard-hitting analysis. And then we have a secret tomb there, another monastery, so we get a 3rd advanced action in the action offer, in the unit offer. Great. So again, to refresh, we need to defeat that tomb, this secret tomb, and that dungeon. And we have a night and a day to do it, and a pretty strong array of cards to make that happen. So I'm wondering if it makes sense to try to do that tomb on this day. Probably. We'll see. We'll see what I pull up. I'm only going to have 6 cards, so that's a little bit unfortunate. So we'll see what I pull here. But I rolled that. It's gold. This goes there. Cleaning up my play area. And drawing up to my hand limit, which is 6. Do I want to drop any of these? No, not really. So 1, Horn of Wrath, and 2, March. I like it. So Wolfhawk declares end of round. I'm going to power March with this gold. That's move. Do we want to power that? Yeah, I do. So I'll power that with the gold. That gets me here. I will take on. Yeah, I think this makes sense. I'm going to take on this dude. It is a lava dragon. Lava dragon has its fire immune. Or fire resistant, but it has armor of an 8. It is fortified, but it's still going to be attacked by siege attack. It is not double fortified. It's attacking with a 6. It's brutal, so if you don't block it, that's 12 points of damage. Range attack is useless against it, so what I'm going to do is, well, not break the Horn of Wrath, because I can do it this way. I'm going to play the Horn of Wrath. I'm going to power battle versatility. The red crystal from my supply, my inventory, and then I'm using this again for the physical siege attack. That has a total siege attack of an 8. I'm going to roll this die. If it's red or black, I take a wound. It's green, so we're good. And the lava dragon is super dead. So I get 8 fame for that. Gets me at the 51. Now I defeated the tomb, so I get a spell and an artifact. And I leveled up, so I'll do the level up first. To do that, I'm going to roll this. It's red, lots of red there. Remember, I won't have another turn because of Wolfhawk, but what do I want to take from here? I think Mistform actually might be a bit stronger than Fireball right now. That move 4 could come in handy, and then I take an artifact as well. So I'm going to take the Diamond Ring or the Book of Wisdom. I'll take the Book of Wisdom because I will just basically toss it. No, I'll take... yeah, I'll take the Book of Wisdom. It's fine. Wolfhawk already declared end of round, so my round is prematurely over. So we had Mana Pull, Ritual Attack, and a Stamina Lift in there. Amazing. Yo, how's everything doing today? Everyone is doing great. More importantly, Arythea is doing great. So yeah, we are basically 2 tombs and a dungeon. This dungeon chilling over here away from making this thing happen. So let's hope we can figure out how to get around that storm dragon without that messing us up too much. And I guess the big challenge right now is see if I can do this in the last night. We're going to get another red because of Fireball. Fireball goes away. And we're going to add Intimidate to Wolfhawk's deck. These two come down. Remember, there are 3 cards here. We're going to replace those. We're going to get ourselves Heroic Tail. We get Pure Magic, and we get Frostbridge. And then we have this over here for Pathfinding. And the new spell is Demolish. We're going to get a new unit offer. We have core tiles on the board, so we're going to alternate. We have an elite, the Defana Masters, the Northern Monks, and another elite at the bottom, the Altum Guardians. We're going to roll this. It's 2 greens and a black. That's fine. And drawing up to our hand limit. Hand limit is 6. So Horn of Wrath, Snowstorm, Crystallize, and whatever. So it's going to be 6 points of movement to get there at night. So that's not bad. Oh, I only drew 5. There's 6. We're going to take the skill that we want. Sparing Power is already gone. Get Motivation back. Alright, that's done. I think it does make sense to go first. Mana Search is interesting. Long Night's useless, my deck's too big. I want to go first to get more turns, so it doesn't matter what I roll for Wolfhawk, they're definitely going to go second. So let's get this party started. I'm going to probably drop the Horn of Wrath. I also have Snowstorm. That's pretty sick. And I can use a red as a blue with that. Interesting. Yeah, let me get 2 more cards. 1 and 2 and a red. So I use my motivation. I'm going to move. I got a lot of possibilities here. I'm going to move 4, 2, 4, and I'll use a Forester to move 6. That gets me all the way to here. Again, at night, the sand only cost 3 movement instead of 5. This was where the secret tomb was. Alright, so I'm in the tomb. Get 2 points of movement from the Foresters, and then 4 points of movement from the Stamina and the March. We are pulling a random dragon. What do we got, dragon? Oh! It's the other Storm Dragon. So there's 16 physical block to block, which is pretty nasty, but they're also elusive. So if you don't block them, you are looking at somehow getting to 14 range and siege attack. I can get 8, 13. Oh yeah, I can do that. That's fine. So we're going to use polarization. I'm going to turn a red into a blue to do Snowstorm, and I'm going to use the black from the source. I take a wound for using the stronger effect of that. Great. Now I'm going to play Horn of Wrath. I'm going to roll. Is it a red or a black? It is not. So that's 13, and then I have that. That's 14. That's enough to kill the Storm Dragon, even with at the higher amount because I didn't block it. So he's toast. I get 7 fame. It gets me to 58. Bam. I'm going to re-roll this, clean up my play area. That's blue. This goes back. Do I want to drop any cards? No. Yeah, I'll drop Whirlwind. I just gotta get through. I gotta get some better cards here. I'm gonna drop. Yeah, I'm literally dropping a spell, an artifact, and I'll drop Crystallize because no, hold on to Crystallize. Give me another mana could be useful. We're gonna get my reward. So I'm gonna take a spell. I'll take nah. Oh, space bending could be huge. I'll take space bending. Mana bolt replaces that, and I get an artifact again because I just defeated the tomb. I will take the Shield of the Fallen Kings. This deck is ridiculous. Alright. Thing. Done. Draw it to my hand limit, which is 6. 1, 2, and 3. Wolfhawk's turn. It is a red. It is a white. It is a red. Wow. It's not a red. It's a blue. 1 more off the top. My turn. So spaceman. In this turn, you may move to spaces and explore new tiles that are 2 spaces away as if they were adjacent. So basically, you just ignore space, you skip over. So it's basically only 3 points of movement to get there, 5 to get there, and I need to get there to take care of that dragon at some point. So don't have a ton. I think I'll do this. I'm gonna power train. Ooh, yeah. Let me heal. Let me do this. I'm gonna do heal, tranquility, heal one, get that wound out of my hand, and then I'm gonna play crystallize. Take this blue, turn it into a blue crystal, and I'll hold on to space bending. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I'm gonna play space bending. That's better. I'll play space bending using this blue. So now I can, again, I can move to tiles that are 2 away as if they're adjacent. I'm going to play swiftness and crystallize sideways, which gets me into that monster den because it's only 3 points of movement to move into that hills. All right, so I'm going to ready this. Or clean up my play area. I re-roll the die, so we have a bunch of green in the source, and I draw it to my hand limit, which is 6. Bow of Stars Dawn, Threaten, Mist Form, Battle Versatility, and Determination. Wolfhawk, green, red, red, 2 more. My turn. I'm going to not have move 2. It's fine. I'm going to play the Threaten sideways and the Shield of the Fallen Kings to get here. Now that I'm adjacent to a friendly city, I can draw up 1 more because I have a shield on that city. So just like a cooperative city assault, the city leader gets a +2 card draw. Any other person that has a shield in that city gets +1. I have a shield in that city, so not only would I get 1 influence if I was trying to do anything in that city, like recruit a unit, but I also get +1 to my card draw when I'm either in it or adjacent. That goes there. I draw up to 7. I have 4 cards. I draw 3 more. Soul Harvester, Temporal Portal, and the Mana Pool. Cool. Wolfhawk, blue, blue, don't be white, blue, 1 more. Alright, so Wolfhawk's been somewhat cooperative. My turn. Not. Don't have a blue. I have no movement, and it's 5 movement to get there during the night. Great. I'm going to play Temporal Portal and just move into there. End of my turn. I'm going to drop Mana Pull because it's absolutely useless. Well, no, yeah, it's not. Well, I could use a green as a white, actually. That might make some sense with polarization. Yeah, so I just use Temporal Portal. I draw my hand limits 1 higher, and I still get the friendly, so I can actually draw 2 more cards. So I get a March and a Sword of Justice. And Temporal Portal was my action for the turn, so I can't do anything else. Wolfhawk gets 3 more cards, 1, 2, and 3. They're declaring end of round next turn. I'm going to enter the tomb. What do we get? Oh, it's a Swamp Dragon. Swamp Dragon, you don't scare me. Yeah, you really don't scare me. So, Swamp Dragon has swiftness, so its attack of a 5. I need 10 points of block to block it, but I don't think we're going to get that far, really. So I'm going to use polarization to use this green as a white. I'm going to play Mana Pull. I'm going to charge these guys. What do I want? I'm going to make one of these a red, and one of these, it doesn't. Well, I'll make this a blue because actually I want a blue back in the inventory next turn, or in the source next turn. So now I just need 9 points of range and siege attack. So I'm going to power Battle Versatility. That gives me range attack 3. I have this, that's range attack 4, and then I have the Bow of Stars Dawn, and for each card I discard, I get +2 range attack. So I'm going to discard, I just need to discard 3 cards. I'm going to get rid of Soul Harvester, Sword of Justice, and the Determination, because who needs any of that? So that's going to give me enough range and siege attack to defeat the Swamp Dragon. I get 7 Fame, that gets me to 58 to 65. These just get reset. This gets re-rolled. This goes back here. This is done. So I defeated another tomb, and I also leveled up. So I'm going to get a spell. I will take Mana Bolt, I guess. I don't know. I get an artifact. Sapphire Ring or Emerald Ring. What do you think? I'll take the Sapphire Ring. I think I have more blue spells than green spells. I draw out to my hand limit, which is 6. 3, 4, 5. Oh, nope. I lied. I have to level up 2. I will take, that's the cooperative skill. I'm going to take the other skill anyway. So I'm not taking healing ritual. I'm taking dark fire magic, and then I take an advanced action card. I'm going to get pathfinding. Done. I get one more wolfhawk skill in here. So I draw up to 6 still, so I'm going to get more movement, the better. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, wolfhawk declares end of round. I'm going to go, I'm playing Mist Form. I can use a red as a blue, so I'm going to use, that's coming in huge. So move 4, and the cost of all terrains, including lakes, is now only a 2. So the problem is if I move right into the city, I trigger an attack from that dude, and my turn ends. I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play move 4, and I'm going to go 2, 4. I'm missed, baby. I can do whatever I want. Oh, can I do it this turn? Wonder if I can actually just knock this thing out this turn. I already used that. I needed the blue. Oh wait, I have a blue. So I'm not going to do that. Oh, I didn't see that as blue. Alright, so move. Oh, I have blue from... I'm going to try to end this turn. So I'm going to play Sapphire Ring, get a blue crystal, and a blue mana. I'm going to play this crystal. Oh, and I could get unlimited black and whatever. I don't need any of that, but I get +1 fame for that. Technically, that's the end of the turn. I'm going to do it now. So move 4. So 2, 4. Oh, the cost of all terrains is reduced by 1 to a minimum of 2. Great. So I have actually moved 6, and it's only 1 to get through everything between Mistform and Pathfinding. Sick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am... right? Yeah, that works. So now I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to attack a random monster enemy in this dungeon and just call this a day now, right? Hopefully. I should be able to do it with the card I have in my hand. Oh, it's the Shadow! What are you doing to me, Shadow? So again, elusive arcane immunity, so it's immune to the non-attack, non-block effects. Then it also has a cold fire attack of a 4. If you block it, it would be 8 to block, but I'm not going to need to block it because I just need... Yes, I'm good. So I'm going to play mana, Thunderbolt. I'm going to use... Yes, I'm going to use Polarization to turn the gold into a black. Oh, I don't even need to do that. What am I talking about? I'm going to use this to get a red crystal and a black mana. I have this blue, and I have this green. That's Siege Ice Attack 8, and that's enough to kill the Shadow. Shadow is toast. I get rewards and level up and all that stuff, and I don't know, fame somewhere over there, but we did it in 2 days, 2 nights, the hard way. That is that. So this is a bonkers scenario, and I really, really like it. It's nuts with Arythea because her skills are just made for this. Her deck is just made for this. She's probably the strongest mage. I mean, again, some people have asked me, like, my Mage Knight rankings, does it change based on what the scenario is? And I think it's fair to say that in this scenario, Arythea is this number 1 because she's just really, really made to crush this scenario. Norowas would probably be 7 in this scenario because all his stuff about units doesn't do anything for him when it comes to Dungeon Lords, the way it does in the other scenarios, right? But yeah, it's totally nuts. I'm sorry about the messing up the terrain, but again, we ended up making sure we added this dungeon, and that was a super crazy combo. But you see, again, the combination of Mistform and Pathfinding, we never had to go back and enter like the dungeons and use that. But that's another thing, like say I wasn't able to defeat that tomb early. Now you're like, all right, well, I'm here. If I enter, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Can I get 11 movement to get back here? Or even better, 2 to enter, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 points of movement, I'm here. Can I get to that dungeon or that tomb? And I could do that in the last day. I posted a picture on both Reddit and Facebook in my Twitter account today where it was basically that's what I had to do. I was basically all the way up here and I moved like a billion to get back and defeat a tomb that had come out early. So it's just a very when things snowball to the positive early, you can really steamroll the scenario, and it's very, very fun. It's very, very like it's not as stinky. You're not doing any of the, if there's someone who doesn't like, if there is anyone out there that doesn't really like the big attacks from the cities, this might be the scenario for you because you're really always taking on one enemy at a time. Some of those enemies can be really bad. I mean, the ice dragon's always someone you got to be scared about. I mean, the paralyze and the resistances there can be really nasty. The Draconum summoner, I just had 9 elemental attack from the very first turn, which is just the very first round, which is insane. But again, that's where the power of Arythea really comes in. But when you really are just taking it one enemy at a time, you just got to defeat a lot of them. It's cool. I do like this a little bit more than Mind's Liberation. I think Mind's Liberation is just a titch too hard to really win at all at a rate that I would want to. And I like pushing myself and challenging myself where most of my wins are like maybe I'll win 60-70% of the time. But Mind's Liberation, I mean, even with Arythea, I barely pulled off a win on the one video I have. I do want to get back to it. I think I'm going to do it with Goldix, but Mind's Liberation is just super super hard, and you have to have a bunch of things that go your way with how the terrain sets up. With those city tiles, or else you're not going to have a chance. Zach says, "Good job, thank you, sir. I appreciate it." Everyone else, look for questions and but I'm not sure there's going to be many questions about this scenario. It's kind of like Arythea doing Arythea things in her, you know, outfit of sorts here, and that's fine. Coming down the pipe with Mage Knight again. I will be going back to Mind's Lib at some point. I do want to do some more with Solar Conquest and Blitz. Thinking about, yeah, I still want to get back to some of the Shades of Tesla stuff too. Probably do the Lost Relic scenario with every mage over the next few months. So I've already done 2, so I got 5 more of those to go. If you want to see the exact schedule, you can go on my Patreon page. There will be a link in the description of this video below. You can see what's coming down the pipe. I put a calendar out there at the beginning of every month, about a week before, so you can see what's coming up. And that's it. Anybody wants to consider supporting this channel, I would really appreciate it. There's a reason why I've been able to upgrade my video quality and my audio quality over the months. This stuff is not it's not exactly cheap, and it is not exactly quick to figure all this stuff out. So I definitely love investing in this channel with my time, but and my resources. But it does take a lot. So any support with that could be really helpful. Either way, though, if that's not for you, great. I appreciate the likes, the comments, the watch time. All that really helps. The algorithm likes it. I like it, and it helps more people find this channel to continue to grow it and make it bigger and better, which has always been the goal. And it's been super fun. Really enjoyed the ride this last year and a half or so. So again, anything comes up, put it in the comments below. If I missed a rule, let me know. I'd love to know that, and I can alert people with a comment, and that'd be great. And look out on Sunday. I will be publishing my 3rd Too Many Bones video. We got a matchup of Patches against Molmesh. Excited to get that on the channel. And I don't know, after that, we got some Gaia coming down the pipes. I want to get back to Arkham with the side scenario campaign that I started with Skids not too long ago. And there's just so much content I want to get on this channel. So it's super fun. Never a shortage of things that I want to do. But that is that. Thanks again, and I appreciate it. Until next time, happy gaming.